Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. This time it's going to be my second update to my Daemogoth Titan Jund deck profile. As you can see here, there's not too many changes, but I made just a slight adjustments. I'm not going to explain too much in this video, but rather just showcase you the cards that I have, as I feel like if I go through pretty much all the stuff, I don't need to repeat myself over and over again like my last videos. But either way, you guys should be aware, like from the previous deck list, what cards were already in there, like Bloodtith Harvester, which you max out on, including Bone Crusher Giant, Daemogoth Titan, Flamewick Phoenix, Rekindling Phoenix. Now for our enchantments, we're just playing two Gurk Suppressing. This is just a slight change now, so I won't explain why I'm just playing two, because I think last time I was playing three or four, but because we're adding more coverage to deck. Overall, just a meaningful card because it gives all our creatures trample, as well as like whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card. So I'll show you which ones that I have. Obviously, Bone Crusher, Daemogoth Titan, and Rekindling Phoenix. But either way, I'm probably just gonna be quick and explain some of the cards for those who are new to the video. When Bloodtith Harvester enters the battlefield, you create a blood token, and it costs like 1 as well as you tap it in order to play the blood token. But you can tap Bloodtith Harvester. Target creature gets minus X2 until end of turn, where X is twice the number of blood tokens you control. Activate this ability only as a sorcery. Bone Crusher Giant has an instant adventure where damage can be prevented this turn, so on top of that, you can deal 2 damage to any target, or if this card becomes the target of a spell, you can deal 2 damage to the spell's controller. Daemogoth Titan, although he's a creature with a power of 11 and toughness of 10, you'll be able to make use of his negative effect, because even though you gotta sack or block a creature, or you gotta sack or block by sacrificing a creature, you also get the benefits of being able to like trigger them in the graveyard or be able to summon them. So it's giving you infinite ammunition if you can keep the monsters remaining in your graveyard, like Flamewick Phoenix, which has flying and haste, and it has the ability ferocious. It must attack when necessary each turn. But let me read Ferocious for you guys, the actual effect. But at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may pay 1 red. If you do, return Flamewick Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield. Rekindling Phoenix, not much to say here, but anytime it dies, you create a 0/1 red elemental creature token with, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this creature and return target a card named Rekindling Phoenix from a graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste until the end phase, until the end of turn. And for your instance, you're playing Cast Down, just 1 obviously. Again, it's like another Fatal Push, but you can destroy. It costs 1 black, 1 colorless. Destroy target non-legendary creature. Fatal Push, where it just only costs you 1 black. Destroy target creature if it has converted mana cost 2 or less. Destroy that creature if it has mana cost 4 or less instead. If a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn. Sorry. Go for the throw. Normally, yes, I would play 2, but I feel like it's like playing pretty similar to Cast Down, and like just to keep my hand like just more balanced. It's to give me more. It's to make it more versatile, so I'll have more options and which creature I want to dispose of. So pretty much has the same cost: 1 colorless, 1 black. Destroy target non-artifact creature, and we're playing Lightning Strike. Again, it helps us with reach our win condition. You deal 3 damage to any target by paying 1 colorless and 1 red. For our lands, 4 Blackleaf Cliffs, 3 Blood Crypt, Blooming Marsh, Boseiju Who Endures, for those who are not aware, Copperline Gorge, but let me explain how Boseiju works for those who are new to the video. Discard Boseiju Who Endures. Destroy. So basically, to discard it, you got to pay 1 colorless, 1 green. Discard or destroy target artifact, enchantment, or non-basic land opponent controls. That player may search their library for a land card with a basic land type, put it into the battlefield, and shuffle. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Even though we don't control any legendaries, it doesn't really matter, so don't mind that effect. Copperline Gorge, Dragon Skull Summit, 2 Forest, 3 Mountain, 1 Overgrown Tomb, Swamping Ground, 1 Stomping Ground, 3 Swamp, 4 copies of Thoughtseize, which is very important, SUCY, because the target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land from it, the player discards that card, you lose 2 life. And again, sideboard is just up to personal preference. Blast Zone, it enters the battlefield with a charge counter on it. You tap it for 1 colorless. You can tap for 2 converted mana, put converted mana charge counters on Blast Zones, and then you pay 3 mana and you tap, sacrifice Blast Zone, destroy each non-land permanent with each mana value equal to the number of charge counters on Blast Zone. 2 Bantu's Last Reckoning destroys all creatures, but when you do, lands you control do not tap during your next untap step. 3 buy force to get rid of our opponent's target artifacts, up to the converted mana that we use, which costs a converted mana and red mana. 1 Crux of Fate, although it costs pretty high. It costs 3 mana, 2 black. Choose 1, destroy all dragon creatures or destroy all non-dragon creatures. 3 Feed the Swarm to eliminate any problematic creature or enchantment, but you lose life equal to the permanent's mana value. And 3 Soul Guide Lantern to get rid of a graveyard presence that might be a nuisance to us. And let me read, as it says, when it enters the battlefield, you target a card from a graveyard, or you could tap, sacrifice Soul Guide Lantern, exile each opponent's graveyard, and you pay 1 mana, sacrifice Soul Guide Lantern, draw a card. And this is the entirety of my Daemogoth Jun deck profile, guys, as part of the second update. As hopefully this may be the finalist, as I don't really see too many changes, but the sideboard, but overall I like this lick, and I've seen some actually interesting plays with it, and it does work out for me. As let's see, as the play tester, as you see the type of results we get from our hand, which will help us figure out our opening hand and what kind of way we can make the most out of this, and how strategic this deck is. And you can already tell we're getting good results, and I'm just gonna overall have to end it from here, you guys, and you could tell by the improvements. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.